Yeah, which race has been the most successful in the history of Warcraft 3? That's a good question, right? I think if you... Not long ago, I mean, now most people watch my stream regularly often, and I've mentioned it, so most of you should know. But not long ago, if I had asked that question, without looking at the numbers, I think a lot of people would have said human, probably, right? I think that's what a lot of people might think. But it's very interesting. If you look historically, as a conclusion to like everything we just looked at, there is actually the numbers. And they are as such. Historically, Night Elf has been the most successful race with over 2.3 mil in earnings, followed by Human at over 2 millions, and then Orc almost at 1.9. So Orc they're catching up, it feels like, to Human at this rate. And I think nobody would have expected that. If I'd told people, like, try and guess what percentage of the pie chart is going to be Elf, Orc, Human, Undead, I think a lot of people would get it completely wrong. They would probably a lot of people would put Human first with like a huge chunk, and then Orc way behind, but Orc is actually right behind Human historically. Only Undead is lagging behind with 1.3 mil. And then this can spark different discussions. Do you think that because Undead historically has struggled more than other races to do well, do you think that it's okay that now they're the race doing really well? So that's also something that can come up when you talk about the history of Warcraft 3 and which race has done very well. Personally, I would like at all times for everybody to thrive to have as close to perfect balance as possible. Perfect balance is unattainable. But if we can try and get as close to it as possible at all times and have the game be fair, and not watch tournaments and be like, oh, okay, well, another Orc lost to an Elf, that's normal. Another Human lost to an Undead or an Orc, that's normal. Another Undead lost to an Orc, that's normal. No, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be normal. The game has to be interesting across the board. You shouldn't have this fucking rock, paper, scissors that just ruins the game, in my opinion. And yes, Undead historically has done the worst and Night Elf the best, but it doesn't mean that they should be like weaker or worse now. We should just always strive to reach as close to good balance as we can, so the game can be interesting and thrive from there.